Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Here tonight, we have some SNHU Pearl action in Week 3 of NECC here. It's going to be Overwatch versus RPI tonight. I am super hyped. We don't get to see Pearl as often as we would like, but it's always great to see what they pull out because, historically speaking, they've been able to run out with some sillier strats. You know, they like the Genji. You know? They like the Genji, which I'm a big fan of. And really, it's just a whole completely different look than we see on the Sapphire streams.
Yeah, it's cool to see what other teams are really playing. You always see what top-tier players are playing, and now when we look at another team that's a little bit lower than them, it's cool to see what what has changed. Because I never thought I'd see Genji and such a higher game that we play into.
Yeah, well, it's because, you know, once you get to the tip-top level of, Legends Division in the NECC, the meta is so strong that it really just defines what everybody has to play.
Yeah.
As you go, a couple rungs down on the ladder, it's a lot more freeform. You have a lot more freedom to just kind of go for comfort picks, try to lab stuff out. It really leads to some dynamic play that you just don't ever see anywhere else.
Right. I mean, I'm pretty hyped for that. I'm not sure if we know any maps by chance.
I'm not sure off the top of my head. All I do know is that Crimrun does tend to go for that Genji, as I said.
Yes.
Which I appreciate very much as a Reinhardt main Genji secondary.
And I believe that Fives also plays a lot of Sojourn as well. Very strong pick, especially not to mention with their... if you do at least 25 damage, you get that right click right off the bat. It's not going away. So, I mean, I'm pretty excited for this game. What do you think this how do you think it's gonna look like? I haven't been here for a Pearl game. Do you know what their normal compositions normally look like?
So it's kind of tough to say because we're still kind of at the start of the new season with so many drastic changes just to how the game feels as a whole. So I imagine that Pearl has really been in the lab lately, been trying out some new things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. I believe we've seen a game of theirs on this patch previously, and they've kind of stuck with that comfort pick type comp that we tend to see from them. But with Genji maybe not being super favorable, you know, maybe you look somewhere else there. Yeah. I know that there have been some pretty major tank shakeups as of late. I know Wrecking Ball is being favored really heavily right now, especially at higher ranks. I believe he's being pretty consistently rated as the best tank this patch so far. So it's really up to, you know, how far does Pearl want to stray from their comfort picks? Have they found something new with the advent of this ginormous patch, or has Old Reliable still been working all this time?
Well, it sounds like that we may have maps, and I'm excited to see what they are, see what we've got here for these next and upcoming games.
Let's see here, going to Nepal to start off here.
That's a control point that I wouldn't really expect.
Yeah, this is. I'm trying to think back to the last time I saw Nepal. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it has been. It's it's very open, and then normally the points the actual control point is a little bit more condensed. It'll be inside a building with arches, or it'll be depending on the variant, of course. It'll just be, you know, a little door you can walk through. But it's a very open map, I'd say. There are walls you can hide from, and, you know, little areas you can sneak around in. But I just wouldn't expect Nepal, because I think the last time we saw Nepal was, I want to say, last semester.
It's been a long time, but I'm really interested to see how these changes interplay with Nepal as a map, because like you said, there's a lot of really interesting cover. I'm really, you know, I don't know if we've seen much Pharah yet thus far, but I could definitely see it coming out here. But I suppose we'll have to wait and see as we get into game here. Let's see what everybody has picked to start us off. Dino Tank going out on the Sigma, and RPI opting for a Ramatra sort of bunker type comp.
Absolutely. Having that Ramantra there, I mean, you got the fist to work with right through Sigma's tank there, and Grimrun is already doing a lot of damage with the Night Scope.
Yeah, absolutely, but in a little bit of danger, kind of in no man's land, a little bit alone here. Probably going to be able to get out because you have plenty of resources, plenty of support, but you have to find a way to break through this point. The onus is really going to be on this DPS line for SNHU Pearl to find an opening pick. DinoTech has to be able to stay alive here, but falling ever so low. And then a nice headshot onto Serial Guy. Grimrun opens up the score and gets first blood. That's a nice wall to block off the Ramantra for RPI, but DinoTech does fall. Tanks traded out. Immortality Fields traded out as well. And now SNHU Pearl, after losing this point at the start of the fight, they're able to flip with some great efficiency here.
That's insane there, especially with that Symmetra there. That is, I want to say, one of the that's a pretty strong counter against Sigma there. His you know, his shift ability, you can't take in any bullets because it's a beam and you're just doing consistent damage. Not to mention you're also breaking his shield, which is the one cover that he has, and he's able to move. So I wonder if SNHU is going to do anything about that, maybe change it up, but it doesn't look like it. And that they have a
blizzard. The blizzard is so huge. I was thinking that it might get cut off by the wall there. You know, that does block line of sight, but not enough. Two go down from that blizzard and everybody else falls like dominoes. What an immediate response from SNHU Pearl.
Absolutely. I mean, literally, RPI just got up to 29%. SNHU just reached that and then just popped the blizzard plus the wall. I mean, you'd think the wall would help them a lot. Like you said, it does block LOS, but that blizzard coming in clutch, everyone just ran on its side there and was able to get that pick. And Fives, having the showstopper here could be super dangerous as well for RPI, but Fire Drago does have the window.
They know their win condition. RPI immediately engaging onto Fives. The support ultimates all coming out here. A Junkrat swap from Zero Guy does end up catching Fives in the trap, and with one trick going down, SNHU loses control of the point here, but DinoTech, they don't want to lose this. They send out the window, have to stay alive. No, the Ramantra able to take two down there, and yeah, the numbers just aren't there. Fives is going to be coming back with this overclock, however.
Yeah, it's just like right now, RPI, they don't have a lot of hit scans at the moment, except for Baptiste. SNHU, they're running a lot of, I want to say, more closer ranged heroes right now. You know, especially with Junkrat and Symmetra. Like, you can use those guys from so far away and up close as well. They have that type of dynamic, and unfortunately, SNHU just doesn't have that type of agents that they can use where they can really shoot from so far away and still have it be valuable.
You're right, but SNHU is in a really good spot to stage a fight here. Fives catches one, gets traded out for one trick, but Fives gets another 2 for 2. That's 3 for Fives. Does finally end up falling in the back line, but you just have your Ramantra out entirely alone. Pops the Nemesis form, but gets walked right in the face. Gloves does go down. So you know what? DinoTech's not able to survive. It's just Grimrun on the point. Has to take a 2v1. Has the Blizzard if you need it. And the clock is ticking down. Just staying alive for the moment. Getting chased down, though. Gets caught. One trick trades it out, but that Blizzard is so crucial. You gotta get to the point here, like you said, in that wall. It's gonna do so much. A big boop on the Fives. And RPI able to secure this first point. Great recovery from them.
That was a huge boop coming out from RPI there. I mean, literally, Fives slid right onto point. Like I want to say just a couple pixels away, and then the boop just absolutely knocked him off there. And now SNHU looks like they're gonna stay with the same comp that they had before. It's pretty similar to RPI's current one, anyways. We see that OW just switched to Sigma there, and I think we have a tech pause.
Isn't that always the best?
I know, right?
We love that. Do you want to take bets on what it was? My bet's on a keyboard.
Keyboard? I don't know if we'll actually know.
I don't think we'll ever know, but this is between you and me.
Okay. I want to say the mouse.
Ooh, okay.
Because then it's either, you know, mouse can die.
Fair enough, but we are going back here. It was a quick one, and we are already right in the middle of things here. These two teams already dueling, very at the bridge here, just trying to get that early poke. That's a nice headshot onto the back line from Crimrun. You're looking to get that wall up in the back to try and isolate someone, but you might not even need it if you keep getting these headshots from long range.
Absolutely. These headshots mean everything, especially for May as well. Not to mention Five. Also getting a nice right click right onto Paul there. And as their team, RPI, starts to push up, Serial Guy is going to get 2 picks.
Serial Guy was in the back line. Nobody was paying attention to him. Finally, they turn on him, but it might be too little too late. But Fives is in actually a really good spot to get a off angle here. Genotank catches the Fire Drago on the Baptiste, and that is the worst possible person to lose at this point. You just have the Sigma sitting on point, has some covering fire from the Soldier in the back line, but kind of all alone. The Symmetra isn't, or the Zenyatta not going to heal you up to full here. The numbers just have to be there for RPI. They seem to be coming back very quickly, but SNHU is able to flip the point in the meantime.
Absolutely. One trick able to get that tank there, and Zach, Max, and Serial Guy also going to get a pick of their own.
Again, Serial Guy's in the back line. How does he keep getting up there?
Absolutely. Crimrun in their BAP now just has to stay back. They cannot push up anymore, and it looks like this point is just going to get flipped over onto RPI.
I feel like I'm watching like Spy versus Spy. How does he keep getting into the base?
Is that a Team Fortress 2 reference?
No, that was Mad TV.
Mad TV.
That's a throwback.
That is a throwback. And Crimrun again hitting these headshots. It's so important. It's gonna get that kill right from Zach Max.
What a star! What a stud! Getting that early pick. Now it's all for SNHU right now. That's gonna be a big gravitic flux, but with the immortality field coming out, not gonna catch anybody. Serial Guy again is able to get another, but this Sigma just pumping damage in the small hallway. Five tried to get the off angle, but it's not going to be enough. Just tries to get that exit pick, but no, falls again. SNHU, though, does have the 5-pack of ultimates right here.
Absolutely. 5 ultimates all used at once. We see why OW is pushing up so far ahead. They do not want to use these ultimates on the point. They want to get these out early and be able to do enough damage as possible, but he's getting backed up so fast now.
That wall is huge. They have to force the trance there. RPI maybe doesn't want to use that so early, but the seal seems to be broken. SNHU continues to push out here with Zax Max gone down. Crimrun and the rest of SNHU just gotta push forward. You have to protect once, though, not able to do so. But the numbers for RPI are dwindling, I believe. It's just 2 left. With the Sigma falling and with Fives getting the last pick there, they're able to flip with RPI getting to 92%.
I thought he fell by mistake. It looks like that was intentional. Just getting that reset there, making sure SNHU does not get any more ult charge. Not like they need it anyways. They have 3 ultimates in the tank ready to use here. RPI only has that window to use. Very close to their tank and Junkrat's here. And Genotank is actually going to use his own ult.
That's a big pick onto the Fire Drago. I don't even know how that happens. One trick catches the immortality field, it seems, before everyone hits the ground. And with 1 ultimate committed, it seems like SNHU just ends this fight before it even starts, and now they have the ability to just keep poking, keep building these ults.
Yeah, I mean, when you're at 50%, you kind of have to you kind of have to do that. You have to push up a little bit here. RPI sitting at 92 is going to be really dangerous for SNHU. They want this point here. As they're pushing out, that Blizzard's going to come out too.
That Blizzard's huge, and the walk secures the kill onto the opposing Sigma with no tank left. Serial Guy gets up on the bookshelf trying to escape, but not able to do so. It's just Zach trying to run away. He's hiding behind the statue, but they're chasing him down. No, that's such a late pick.
Oh my, now RPI has to take their time, wait for Zach to come back there, and just, they have to push all together. Now SNHU is racking up the percentage right now, making around 30%, which is way more than your average fight normally, and they are keeping up this high defensive position. They haven't found the need to go.
That's a huge wall. That's a huge wall. It blocks off the tank for RPI and allows, I believe, everybody else to just get chunked down. Zach goes down immediately. That's going to be their long-range damage gone with a Transcendence on point. 5 catches 2. 5 catches 2 and a headshot onto Serial Guy. Going to knock him down. Powell, the last one to go down with a team kill. SNHU Pearl runs this back. 1-1 on Nepal to start things off here tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, that was big, especially positioning wise. I want to say, like again, SNHU was able to just literally get point, push them all the way back to their spawn, and then as they're all coming for the last push and all dumping, they just stayed. And I don't know exactly what that little bridge area is called with the little windows there. Just able to shoot through there and just pick them off as they're running in. I mean, that's a lot. Right?
And I think it's worth noting too, SNHU went into that last fight with a severe ultimate disadvantage.
Oh,
it seemed like RPI had all the resources, but SNHU able to pull through. A couple little swaps here from SNHU.
Yeah, it looks like Crimron's gonna switch to an Ashe here, which is honestly one of my more favorable characters to watch, other than Mei. To be honest here, Ashe is very good, especially if you can hit those headshots. Ashe becomes a very, very dangerous character, not to mention her dynamite as well, taking down a lot of damage.
Yeah, that damage over time is so important. It seems like RPI is going to want to stay clustered on a point here too, but Crimron ends up falling before you're able to get too much value out of it, and that is going to be RPI's go button. Not able to hit the rock. Dinotank falling oh so low, but it's able to survive as the backup in the back pocket. Fives goes down, but they're able to stay alive. You might be able to make something happen here. No, Dinotank just wants to play it slow, get a little bit of poke damage, maybe force an error, but nope, not coming through. RPI taking early advantage here, gets onto the point, but they're losing numbers.
They're contesting this point.
They're losing numbers. The rest of SNHU gonna be back momentarily, but you have to pay attention to these symmetric turrets. They're burning down. Dinotank. They do get dealt with, and SNHU, they give early percentage here, but it's only about 7, and they're able to flip this point again with great efficiency.
Absolutely. It doesn't look like they really stopped that push anytime soon. More, if anything, they just kind of changed where they were going, you know, grouped up a little bit and was able to get that pick onto OW there. And we'll see Crimron as well hitting those headshots, just deleting OW, and as well as some other members there. And SNHU right now, they're in a favorable position, just kind of pushing these guys back, not really working towards anything. One Trick and Drums both have their ultimates here, especially for supports and the position that they have. That could be huge.
Oh, I believe that was a pretty big dynamite there. Got some ticks onto, I believe, a couple of people there. That is a nice window, though. Does get a response of its own, but even better Symmetra Wall going to completely block it off. One Trick is forced to use the Transcendence here, but Fives falling very, very low. Does have the overclock. If he's able to get into a position to use it, but Crimron going down, I don't know if you want to commit it. You just have to stay alive right now, and when you're getting chased down by 2 separate people, it's not worth it at all.
Difficult at that point, especially with Ramatra coming at you in that Nemesis form. It's pretty scary to just kind of run into that here. Stealer guy, though, he does have his ultimate, and that can be very scary, especially for SNHU. They have 2 DPSs that can get out of that situation. You know, Baptiste can jump out of that, but one trick stuck, unfortunately, as the Zenyatta is just a sitting target for Serial guys there. If he does decide to use it, and if we see that coming out, it's only time will tell. It looks like he will get Crimron.
Crimron does fall down. The Immortality Field not enough, but if you're able to get the Ramatra, no, not able to do so. A big beat ends up saving him, and that fight ends very, very quickly. A mirror image of what we saw last point, but Fives somehow
able to live. Yeah, I'm not sure if that healing is just from Zenyatta alone, but able to get out with a lot of HP. And again, like you said, RPI, a little bit of a switch up here, is going to be the one kind of pushing up towards SNHU, really just keeping them in their spawn here. And this is the last map. And again, you know,
that's such a huge block, so much damage. The Immortality Field is there, but the damage might already be done. You have no supportals to respond. This annihilation has to be huge, but with Powell falling as well. And the ult is used for nothing. Fives gets his dealt with, but it's too little too late. Crimron